Hey everybody!
Oh.
What the fuck is up? There's your fart. Did you just fart?
No.
I did just
I'm
a few
just
minutes ago. No shame, I did just before we started recording.
I don't want to. Can we just
We
talk
gotta.
about the last 30 minutes?
No,
So
we gotta
good.
talk.
That's the
about
face of a man
the
who's
movie.
broken.
Look,
It's
I got
this
this. I got this. Okay, you guys know us by now. This is post show. We're gonna talk about Tekken Blood Vengeance. It's a
Look,
movie.
I have to say it. I watched this movie before. I have seen this movie, and then that was like when it came out in 2011, and I was talking to Angels about this last week. I was like, I think I've seen that movie. Like, I think I've seen it, and I looked at it and I was like, I have seen this movie. And I was like, what was this movie about? And I watched the movie and I was like, man, I don't remember any of this. My brain blocked all this out.
Look, as I said before, I had a weird obsession with Tekken 3, and that was the only game I
loved Tekken.
do. Tekken 3 was my jam. And Gene,
So
apparently his name is pronounced Gene.
Jin.
I always called him Jin, and I'm gonna probably
It is
continue
Jin.
to call him Jin. But
Well,
in this movie, I watched the dub, and they called him Gene.
In the sub, they called him Jin.
Well, that's good. That's weird.
Because that's proper.
But his name is Jin. Jin
So
Kazumi.
Yeah.
It's like Attack on Titan, where it's like Jane and Sean. It's like
Jean.
Yeah, Sean. So let me tell you about Tekken Blood Vengeance. Not the plot, a little bit about it itself. It is a 3D computer animated film based off of Tekken, produced by Digital Frontier and distributed by Asmik Ace Entertainment. The film premiered in North America by Bandai Entertainment in July 2011. It appeared in Australia as well the next day. The film was released on Blu-ray, included on the disc of the PlayStation 3 game, Tekken Hybrid.
Sorry, Okay, I'm sorry for that, but I'm losing my sound panelings over there, and my dog decided to lay on the ones on the ground. So I don't know if those are gorilla glued to the ground now. And you're
That's
laying
a
on
good
them
question.
Get
That
off.
is a good question. So
Sorry.
let's just.
But yeah,
let's just throw this. Let me just throw this one thing out there. Because this is funny to me. Tekken Blood Vengeance has received mixed reviews.
You don't say.
Mixed reviews.
Look,
I wonder why.
Honestly, as far as 3D animation goes, it was not the worst.
Oh no, the animation was really well done. It was very fluid. Yeah. Man.
I was like expecting death for my eyeballs. And it was like
super fluid.
It's all right. No, just death for my brain. You're just laying on them anyway, aren't you?
Beautiful.
I hate
so
you.
What's the plot?
Anyway, the plot, which takes in an alternate storyline from the games.
No, really.
Between the events of Tekken 5 and Tekken 6, begins with Anna Williams setting up a decoy for her sister.
Of course, it's freaking separate storyline. Freaking Lee is a teacher.
My nose is running, but just one nostril, and it's irritating. Nostril wiper. Okay, better now.
We're gonna have to cut that out.
No, it's not getting cut out. Just leave it in there. I'm a human being, and I have a nose that is running. Okay, for her sister Nina Williams, who is currently working the new head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Jin Kazuma. Anna, on the other hand, works for her Jin's father, Kazuya Mishima. It's rival organizations, which are father and son, and rival organizations because, of course, they are.
Well, that's because the Mishima family is just terrible.
They really are. They all have like these devil genes or some shit, and if they fight each other, the world's gonna end. And you know what happens at the end of the movie? Spoiler alert: they fight each other, and the world doesn't end.
I mean, I think Kazuya was born with the devil gene, and then they experimented on Jin to give it to him or something. I don't know. It's weird. Tekken is a fighting game with a very strange plot.
I don't know. Whatever. But G Corporation, they're both seeking information about a student named Shin Kamiya, and Anna dispatches a Chinese student, Ling Zhao, to act as a spy, while Jin sends humanoid robot Elisa Bosanovich for a similar purpose. Can I just say, okay, I take some very minimal notes on the movies now, but there was one note I wanted to say. Yeah? First off, the high school rock music, kids being kids, and girls riding giant pandas.
Yep. Well, that is in the games. She has a panda.
I know, but it's just so bad.
It's weird because the game should not be made into a movie because the game is very weird. They didn't bring in freaking Yoshimitsu though, so I'm disappointed.
That's fair. And not to mention, there's random things that just make absolute no sense in the moment, and most people could probably just overlook that as, oh, it's a movie. Or how, like, what the heck her name? Nina could control the computers by snapping. And every time she snapped, whatever she wanted on the screen was selected. And I'm like, that's a thing, I guess. We have clap on, clap off lights, and then we have snap, control computers. She didn't move her hand like a cursor. No, she just... Like there was some guy in like because she's the kind of woman to do it. Some dude in a gimp suit behind the scenes going with the mouse and keyboard and waiting for her prompt to click on the thing for drama's sake.
Ganryu was like a vice principal in this anime, so I mean,
I don't know. But during their investigation, Zhao Yu and Elisa form a friendship, unaware that the other is working for the enemy. She also didn't know she was a robot, which was pretty obvious. Honestly, after a certain point, it was pretty freaking obvious. Although they are forced to turn against one another when Shin is captured by an unknown assailant, it is here that Elisa is revealed to be a cyborg. Though Elisa believes she possesses human qualities after she spares Zayu's life, which is...
I don't like... People don't understand cyborg and android.
Okay, what's the difference between cyborg?
Okay, so a cyborg is a human... A cyborg is a human given robotic parts, whereas an android is a robot designed to look human.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right. She is entirely robot.
Yeah, she's an android.
Yeah.
Which, ironically, most of Dr. Giro's androids are actually cyborgs.
Yeah, you're right. So she spares Zhao Yu's life, and after coming to terms with each other, Zhao Yu is abandoned by Anna and G Corporation, and the two girls flee from the previous organizations and their teacher.
I like that they didn't talk about the fact that...
Favorite character in the whole movie. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I like that they don't talk about the fact that both of them peeped on Shin while he was naked in the shower.
My note for that was just how many people is in this dude's apartment or his...
Right? There's a dude in the shower with him.
Yeah, there's a dude like...
What the fuck?
You only see black boots. It's some evil henchman type dude. But you see one girl sneak into the apartment. She talks to her refrigerator because that's what you do when you're sneaking. She uses a flashlight when there's clearly a light switch on the wall that's turned off.
Well, you don't want to be known. But why was the lights turned off in the first place?
If he's in there taking a shower, who takes a shower in the dark?
I'm just going to turn off only the bathroom light.
That's how you get murdered.
Look, he's embraced the dad early on.
Oh,
you know, the dad arguing like, don't turn the thermostat on, turn those lights off. What are you doing? He just embraced that early on. He's not gonna turn on unnecessary lights.
I guess
he just turns them on and off as he goes in and out of rooms.
She's sitting there peeking in on him, looking at his fit muscular shoulders. Oh,
I mean, dude is ripped.
And then the girl, the android girl, Elisa, is right behind her, also peeking in on him. And then they leave. And then there's another dude that's just standing there.
In the shower.
He's just in the shower. And not to mention, Shin just randomly talks to his tattoo, by the way. Did you know he just talks to it?
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean,
my dad used to talk to the tiger on his arm all the time.
He was genetically experimented on, so he's probably a little, you know.
Yeah, that's true. We definitely
probably lost a little bit of.
My dad mentioned the fact that the first time our panda riding girl sees him, he's trying to jump off a roof, and then the other students are like, "Oh yeah, he just does that sometimes."
Because he's a mortal body.
Don't care. I don't care. That is not how you deal with that situation.
That's a big plot hole there, though.
That was actually like tough for me to watch at that moment because a little personal information. My nephew, just when I watched that movie, my nephew came over and he was really upset, and he told me one of his friends at school decided to voluntarily exit, and she had a rough time of it. And I saw that, and I'm like, these people know about this, they see this. What then? No one else knows he's experimented on. Why is this kid not getting mental help?
Because he didn't die the last time.
I
don't know.
I don't care.
He's just
no.
Tekken, he's fine.
No.
I mean, freaking
mental health needs to be taken more seriously.
Does the school care? They just let the students just freaking leave. The teacher has no kids in his classroom, and he's like, it's fine.
And let some girl ride a panda.
Lee Shaolin, the teacher, is my favorite. He's so dramatic. He's
well. Do you know about the Tekken volleyball series, right?
Yes.
He's like in some of the games he's involved in that. In other games, it's another guy. But there's two really eccentric people in the Tekken series that are all like super rich and they do really weird stuff with their money.
Can we go? Just
not
the
like
teacher
Paul
was like silver haired, and he's just like, oh,
yeah, that's Lee. Yeah, he's weird.
He was my favorite in the whole movie. Anyway, I have more complaints, but let me finish off the last paragraph.
Oh, I've got a major one.
Zayu and Elisa eventually discovered genetic experiments have been done on Sheen and his classmates and believe that the Mashima family is seeking Sheen, the sole survivor, and the M gene subject for his immortality. The pair discover that this had been in fact an elaborate plan engineered by Heihachi Mishima, who is actually Jin's grandfather, who used Sheen to lure Kazuya and Jin to get the devil.
Heihachi is Kazuya's father. Kazuya is Jin's father, even though Kazuya and Jin kind of look more like brothers, but they're father and son. And also, Jin isn't Mishima, even though he is. He's named Kazuma because he didn't like his dad. The family's very dysfunctional.
They're fucked. So then, after Heihachi deposes of Sheen, he, Kazuya, and Jin engage, which he's supposed to be immortal. That was the whole big thing about this kid, is that he was immortal. And then Heihachi just throws him over his shoulder.
Yeah. No, he just breaks him
like a glow stick.
Yeah, he banes him. He banes him like he Bane did to Batman.
Bane?
Just over
Bangs him.
Bane.
Okay.
Bane.
I would have enjoyed banging him.
No, Bane. I was born.
Of course you would, Angels.
Of course.
You would have liked
he freaking stone cold stunners the dude.
Yeah. So then he, Kazuya, and Jin engage in a triple threat brawl, which these kids are in the middle of.
Yeah, no, they didn't care. Whatever. Yeah, here.
And Jin's just like, even though Jin was originally depicted as like a bad guy, and then he's just like, you guys. By the way, all of their voice actors need a freaking lozenge. You guys need to get out of here.
Oh, the Japanese voice actors were fantastic, except for whoever did Elisa. She was annoying.
But
she had that very high-pitched voice.
Heihachi unleashes oh wait, I'm sorry, I skipped a line. Not like it's gonna matter that much. But anyway, during the fight, Kazuya and Jin become their devil forms. Ultimately, Jin is the victor, utilizing his devil powers. Heihachi then utilizes the ancient spirits of the Mokujin, and a final fist burst by Elisa leaves Mokujin Heihachi open, which that's horribly summarized, but it pretty much happened. Jin finishes him off with an eye blast, which is from his forehead. It slices him in half. Jin then leaves, telling Zayu that he awaits a future challenge. The film ends with Elisa and Zayu back at their school's festival, with the pair planning to enter the next Iron Kings tournament, which...
King of Iron Fist.
Yeah, not that.
Well, if you guys don't know, Mokujin was a dummy carved out of a 2,000-year-old tree that gained sentience, and also for some reason is humanity's last resort against evil.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about the fact that the Shin there is supposed to be immortal, and yet one wrestling move kills him.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, was he? I guess he wasn't immortal. I don't know.
I guess not. I guess fucking not. How about the fact that I had to keep pausing and rewinding this movie because even though I got rid of all distractions, my brain still went no. While I tried to focus.
You're just sitting there like, wait, what? Because the first hour.
And I'm watching the movie and I'm trying to follow the plot, and my brain's just like, huh. I wonder what time it is in Japan right now. I wonder if the sakura blooms are. This is literally thoughts in my head. I'm like, I wonder what time the year the sakura blooms. And then I realized after that thought process, I missed 15 minutes of the movie, and I'm like,
yeah, it doesn't matter. You didn't miss anything.
I don't know.
But you know what? The fights were well done, though.
There was like 3 of them in the whole movie. For a Tekken movie, there was like 3 fights.
You got the fight between Anna and Nina, which ended too soon. Then you got the fight between Ling and Elisa.
Woman fight on woman fight, woman fight on woman fight, triple threat brawl. Those are the 3 fights of the
even
movie.
good women on women fighting.
But the fighting was written by a horny weeb.
You gotta give them credit for not being all like there really wasn't fan service. Not in the fights. In the fights, they didn't.
Between Anna and Nina, the poses that they took, and like this impossible body angles when they landed.
I mean, they weren't impossible. They weren't really great. Look, the freaking
body poses, good sir.
I'm fat and not in shape. So, have you seen contortionists?
Are you gonna tell me every single one of these people is a contortionist?
I don't know. They're all trained martial artists. I don't know.
Is Gon, the little lizard, is he a trained martial artist? Is the panda a trained martial? Oh, panda.
Yes. Yeah, yes, right. The panda is a trained martial artist. Yes.
Can we also talk about how as soon as Robot Girl comes into picture, you just like she has the main character look about her, but the main character is actually just brown-haired Asian girl. Yeah.
Yeah, Ling Xiaoyu. She has the weird tiger outfit that she puts on after a while.
For them to fight.
Yeah. Well, it's her fighting outfit.
And then she takes it off because we have time to change.
I don't know. The plot is stupid. All right. The best part was the last 30 minutes where it just became a family brawl.
The spirits of the temple. But by the way, that temple was also the teacher's house, and it was his pride and joy. And he just
the temple was not the teacher's house.
Well, it got his temple. Whatever, his house got destroyed in it all.
His house got destroyed because Nina and Anna showed up and they fought at the house.
Whatever.
That's why it was destroyed.
So disrespectful fighting in someone's house.
It really is.
We're not my pride and joy, and
we're not even talking about the fact that his house had 32 bedrooms?
Yeah, 16 and a half baths or some shit. Yeah.
What? 16 bathrooms, 8 half baths.
What is he doing?
A big fucking mansion.
He's not making that money as a teacher.
No, he's not a teacher in the game. He's not.
They just wanted an excuse to put an eccentric weirdo in there.
Yes.
And I was waiting.
They didn't bring up the fact that. Do you know why Lee has so much money? Why Lee actually has so much money? He was Hihachi's adopted son. He fits into the family drama. He's Kazuya's brother.
Oh, well, and he does absolutely nothing. Like, I'm like, okay, this is a time where he could definitely betray these girls and do something. He has nothing.
I didn't appreciate the fact that he watched them having fun. They were just literally goofing around.
Yeah,
and
but he was
for some reason Ling never got out of her towel. And he was just like watching them, and he's like, good night, little princesses."
He called them kids in this dub, and I was really uncomfy.
He said princesses, and either way, it's really weird.
Yeah, look, they're his students, like literally in this alternate universe.
Look, technically they're not his students. They don't fucking go to class.
He
even mentions that, and then there was none.
Yeah, one of them went to one class.
Yeah, one time they went to class. One time.
But
look,
the end of it came up because Heihachi harnessed the spirits of the temple.
The
and
Earth
they were
Goddess.
A bunch of Mokujins. And then they got they were like, well, we don't like what you're doing, and somehow we overpowered that.
No. You gotta tell him why it stopped. And it stopped because he was gonna punch Ling and Elisa, but Panda stepped in, and they were like, well, nature seems to agree with humans, so we can't.
Panda.
Because this is a freaking panda. This is a panda, man. Panda saved the world.
Panda and
Go Panda.
Too. Maybe just pandas are just OP in general. Maybe that's the secret to just army of weaponized pandas.
Maybe this is Panda's cousin, because they're both named Panda. I'm looking at the cast. His name is Panda.
Yeah, his name is Panda.
It's Panda, and in Jujutsu Kaisen, his name is Panda.
He has bracelets, but
does,
anyway,
because it matches his owner.
Jin uses Hyper Beam, and it's super effective. And then
it was.
It
Was it Hyper Beam or was it Solar Beam? Because it had to
there was
gather up
no
energy.
sun. There was no sun, no.
I don't know.
Either.
I liked when he unleashed a massive amount of them to destroy the castle. It was just that was
I
cool.
don't know. The fighting was definitely cool
I
when they
liked,
like, especially in the air when Jin and Kazuya were just clashing. I thought it was very cool because I happen to like demons.
Yeah, I liked the part
Mhm.
where Jin faked that he couldn't control his demon side, and then he was like, "Aha, I can control it."
And then he
his
like
dad
went
was
to
just
the
like,
angel
"What?"
devil, whatever, the angel
It was
devil one or
cool.
whatever. Yeah,
I liked it.
that was cool. That was cool. But the rest of the movie is
Punched his...
trash.
No, the last 30 minutes is great. I loved it.
But well, I don't know about great. It was all right.
It was great when you sat through the first hour. Once you get after the first hour, it was just like, oh, stuff, plot.
Can we also talk about how like the Mokujin like pop out of the temple and it was the temple and it's like fighting
no,
the
they
literal...
were all the temple. Yeah,
it was a building. He was fighting with a building possessed by his granddad.
Can we talk about Ling thinking that it was a good idea to hide in a wooden building from a robot with chainsaw arms?
Can we talk about Ling having no emotion whatsoever and then having emotion and no emotion whatsoever right after that? Or
Ling?
the fact that our immortal boy just came back and
what happened to him? Did he die?
I don't know.
How did he?
I
How
don't
did?
know.
Look,
I don't
Mishima
know what happened.
He was in the tower when it fell. He's just
We
gone.
don't see him again. He was dead. They revived him just to kill him again. I don't.
You know what the worst part about that is when you find out he was created only for the movie. So that means he doesn't come back in any of the games or anything. He was there for the movie, and they just, whoop, he's gone.
What about our main character, Xiaoyu or Xing, whatever her name is? Can we talk
Ling?
about how she likes refrigerators?
She likes refrigerators because she slept in front of them because they were warm and they had a slight hum.
Because, like as I said before, when she was in shoes, whatever, but she talked to the fridge, and then she started mentioning fridges later, and I'm like, she compared her robot girlfriend to a fridge.
Look, first of all, don't kink shame, okay? She wants to fuck a fridge. She wants to fuck a fridge. That is her business. It is her business if she... there was a woman who married... There was a woman who married a train station, alright? That is a real thing that happened. Ling can fuck a fridge.
Where do you put it?
Put the dildo? You
Grinding.
attach it right onto the side.
I
It'd be the suction cup one.
You get like a little suction cup. Yeah, exactly. See, she can fuck a fridge.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm fine with this.
Thank you for that mental image, by the way.
You're welcome. Like those little door stoppers, you know.
Yeah. One of my notes is fuck his house, I guess. That was one of my notes.
Yeah, right? Fuck his house. We're just gonna show up with robots and dudes with guns.
It's just I could see that they tried to have a complex plot, but it was just in all directions so different, so boring. Like it was all built up to have this amazing fight, and the fight was all right, and then that's it.
I loved the fact that all the plot hinging upon like getting this dude. Like everyone's whole thing was like,
it was a tattoo. They could have somebody just lopped off his arm and had his power. There you go. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, no, what I loved is that it was like they're like, I'm using you to get to him. But I'm using you to get to those two. But I'm using you to get to all three of you. And it's just like, yeah, but then in the end,
my hatred for this family line. Like, settle the fuck down, Sasuke. Calm down.
No, Jin has been that way since the beginning of Tekken, where he's like, no, my family needs to die. The Mishimas are terrible, terrible people, and they need to die. That's Jin's entire life. There was a Tekken where at the end of Tekken, the end scene for Jin is he attached Kazuya and Heihachi to a rocket and sent them into space. That was one of the endings.
Yeah.
And you know what? No, I'm with it. I'm down.
And it's just and then the whole end part where Elisa was like half destroyed and was still like crawling around, and I'm just like,
she's gotta
do something.
activates her super. They did a thing where they made a callback. Because remember, she was watching the superhero show, and she was like, "Super Rocket Punch," and then it came back. You know what? That is good writing right there. Good. They got one of the most basic things right.
I didn't care about these characters at all.
No, I didn't give a fuck either. But they did a callback. They did the most basic writing thing where you don't bring something up without a reason. They brought up the superpower thing, and then they used it. You know what? Good fucking job. You did one thing right.
Fridges.
And I love after all of this nonsense,
fridges,
our two ladies are just like bonding in a park.
They're best friends.
And they're like, all this fighting and bloodshed, that kid totally fucking died. Let's go join the next Iron Fist tournament.
Look, the dude they wanted to fuck died, alright? So what are they gonna do now?
Did the robot actually want to fuck him, or...
You know what? I don't know.
I mean...
I know, freaking Ling has a thing for...
Pairs her to a fridge, so just let them...
Ling has a thing for Jin. That's her deal. She's hung up on Jin. I don't know why. She is.
Would you want to produce the next Kazuya, Mishima, whatever?
No, I'm with Jin. Come kill me. End this family line. I can't kill myself.
Castration would handle it. Just castrate.
I don't know. Maybe what if his demon genes kick in and it just breaks? What if he's like the Hulk?
You know what? There's tools out there that I guarantee you would accomplish that mission one way or another. I guarantee I can figure out a way to castrate a Hulk. Okay,
you can try.
I can figure it out.
I'll get some mental imagery.
Smash.
Dip them balls in some boiling rock and then see how well they fare.
God. I mean, the Hulk has actually come out of magma. It's not gonna do anything to him. Unfortunately.
Okay, whatever. I would find a way.
We don't need to talk about this like logical.
Look, it's the movie's dumb. The movie's dumb. Right?
Let's not talk about like emasculating the Hulk, please.
You can't. It's just
Hulk no smash.
No, stop.
That's the thing. You can't emasculate him. He's just a ball of anger and hatred, and he's immortal for some reason. Much like Jin, a ball of anger and hatred and immortal for some reason. Why were they looking for immortality? Because it was like, the whole plot. No, the whole plot hinged on them finding immortality, and then it was like, haha, surprise! Fucking, we don't give a shit about immortality. We just wanted to kill each other. That was the dumbest plot twist. Fucking surprise. The Mishimas want to kill each other. What else is fucking new?
I think Jin's dad wanted it, and Jin and Heihachi wanted to prevent his dad from getting it, and Jin was like, I'm gonna let this kid live his life. Heihachi's like, I'm gonna kill the kid, and the other dude's like, I'm gonna take that gene for myself, so...
Yeah, no, Jin didn't give a fuck. He just wanted it so that nobody else could have it, and he could lead his grandpa and his dad out of hiding. That was his whole plan.
By the way, it was a whole thing where his dad was dead. He died in the last Iron Fist tournament.
Heihachi faked his death. No fucking duh. He does that every time.
Yeah. It's not even a surprise.
They keep bringing it back. He doesn't fucking die. He's an old-ass man. He was the first boss in Tekken. Of course he's not gonna die. And then at one point, they had some weird bosses.
It's a crazy, crazy bad movie. And I know you really enjoyed the fight scene, but the fight scene does not make up for it.
Look, it makes up for that. It makes up for the first hour. It was enjoyable. It probably wouldn't have been a good fight scene on its own, but after the first hour.
It is literally on YouTube. Just go to the last half an hour if you really want to see the fight scene. You need to know nothing else.
No, really, nothing else. Fucking plot didn't matter up to that point.
No,
fucking got thrown out the window. We had a plot, but fuck it.
No, there did.
Who fucking needs plot? And I will argue one thing. There are times when you don't fucking need plot, which is like in a Godzilla film. Godzilla film, fuck plot. I just want to see two giant ass monsters kick the shit out of each other for an hour, and I'm good. That's fun. This movie, Tekken, again, it's a fucking fighting tournament. You don't need a fucking plot. It's a fighting tournament. We're here for the fights. Yeah, give us people beating the shit out of each other for an hour and a half.
Movie, I wanted some sort of semblance. Like, okay, if you're not gonna do a plot, don't do a plot. If you're gonna do a plot, don't do a shitty fucking plot. Okay,
but
that makes
bear with me here.
so boring.
Wouldn't it have been great if it was just the Iron Fist tournament and it was just vignettes of people beating the shit out of each other?
Probably better.
It would have been a great film compared to what we got.
Yes, comparatively. So, what are we gonna rate this one on?
How many busted androids?
I was gonna go.
How many dead immortals?
How many fridge fucking?
How many fridge out of 10?
How many dead immortals?
Yeah, dead immortals. You know,
I have an immortal body. It's an undying body. Oh, my spine! The only thing that can kill me.
I'm gonna give this one. I think back in the day when we flew over the wall, which has been our lowest rated, I think that one was a 3, right? We gave Flew Over the Wall a 3.
1.
I think I gave it like a 3.
I gave it like a 1.
Well, I'm gonna give this one a 3.5 because only reason why it gets that 0.5 is because I would rather watch this again than watch Flew Over the Wall. So
fuck it, you know what?
3.5, 3.5 dead immortals out of 10. Cause
fuck it, I agree with you. 3.5. I was gonna see if I could argue it, and I fucking can't.
If it would have continued and did not have that fight scene, it would have just continued the weird twisted plot. Did not have that, it would have even gotten less.
It gets 1 point for every Mishima that got the shit kicked out of it. So that was 3.5.
And a half a point because Dead Immortals and Refrigerator.
Yeah, no, that's fucking funny. No, the Dead Immortal thing, I laughed. I paused and I fucking laughed because that was the dumbest thing.
Immortal he was, and then he just snapped him like a fucking
I love he like powers up. He's got like freaking Master Roshi, like when Master Roshi uses 100% power, giant muscles. He just punches and he's like, shit, nothing. It's great. And that's why he gets half a point. He gets half a point for making me laugh.
Heihachi did laugh at him. He's like,
I know, you're pathetic.
I'm sad.
What's wrong?
I actually was
scrub.
So hating this movie. I drew pictures of myself being sad. I'm not showing them because they're awful.
God.
And a penguin that says whack. That's what's on.
I would have loved a penguin in this movie. That would have been great.
Well, it's got a panda.
It's got a panda. Yeah. You know what? 4 points. 4 dead immortals. Half a point for the panda. Half a point for the panda.
All right,
the panda was fucking awesome.
7.5.
That panda ran on water.
I like the panda noises. The panda.
It ran on water. It was fucking great.
But next week we have My Neighbor the Himadas. Is that what it is? The Yamadas?
My Neighbor is the Yamadas. Yeah.
Shit.
It's gonna be great.
Sure.
Woo!
Sure.
I'm so excited.
Really?
No, I'm fucking not. I'm dreading the shit out of that. Oh god.
Yeah. Good times.
All right, everybody. Got any final thoughts? Or we done? We done thought out about these dead immortal and fridge.
I think I've laughed as much as I can about how stupid everything was.
That's fair. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you for being patrons. Oh,
nice
if
one.
you're here,
your family.
Yeah, and you're canonically attractive.
Apparently so.
Indeed.
All 3 of
but
you.
well, we know one of them is for sure canonically attractive.
Mm-hmm.
So our god Chase. Oh,
Jesus.
Daddy. If you want to see what he looked like in the previous episode as a guest, you guys could totally go check him out. But anyway, guys, thanks so very much. Now that I've made Chase very uncomfortable, we'll see you guys next time.
See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.